Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to our weekend tarot reveal. If you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to skip ahead a few minutes while we wait for everybody to get on. Good morning. Good morning. Come on in, everybody. Sorry I'm a couple minutes late. I was getting ready for a gig that I have in just a little bit. Come on in, everybody. Come on in. Good morning. We're going to get started in just a second. I'm just letting everybody get on. Get this open. Happy Friday, everybody. How was your new moon? We did the collective Reiki and sound bath session last night. For those of you who participated, how was it? How do you feel? Oh, thank you. I have a gig in a little bit, so I had to make sure I was ready before before the live, which is why I'm a couple minutes late. My bad. It was great. Good. What about you, TikTok? So I got Instagram up here, TikTok down here. Yeah, the gig that we've had, this same gig for the past, this is going to be the third day. It's a trade show for like a very posh company. And so yeah, we gotta dress nice and it's fun. You fell asleep listening to the recording? It was very relaxing. It was interesting because it was more so like I had so many energies trying to come in during the session, and I kept having to tell, like, this is not what this is about. You know, I had to push some of the energy away because I was like, this is not a mediumship. This is a Reiki session. But it was like, whew, all this energy. And at the beginning, I don't know if y'all heard that knock. And I was like, that's interesting. That's never done that before. And it was right next to me. So. You slept through it? Yeah, good. That's fine. Lots of people do. So, okay, so what we're going to do first, if you're new here, we're going to look at the energy of the weekend, okay? We need to know what's coming up for us so we can take advantage of it, okay? That way we are on top of our game. We are, living intentionally, okay? So, all right, what we're going to do first is we're going to use my angel frequency tuning fork. This is what I used during the sound bath session and Reiki session. I used it at the end to really boost the vibration. Now, all you have to do is just listen to the frequency, because when you listen to a frequency, your body's going to adopt that frequency, okay? Don't try to overdo it because it'll make you nauseous. If you think I'm lying, you can ask some of the people that have listened to or have participated in the sound bath session like the first time. They get a little bit nauseous because we're changing the frequency of their body, okay? So all you have to do is just listen to it and breathe, okay? It's very short. Here we go. Then we're going to get into the reading. Here we go. See? Easy peasy. Easy peasy. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get our fairy blessing, and then y'all are going to pick the deck that we used for the reading, okay? We're going to look at all of the energy coming up this weekend. I'm here to answer questions. This is a collective reading. This is not for personal readings, okay? So watch TikTok. Everybody's going to start dropping off because they realize I'm not doing personal readings. Okay. What do we need to know for this weekend? It feels good. Energy feels good. Your pets came to be with you during the Reiki session. My dog kept coming and sitting next to me. So yeah. All right, let's see. What is our energy for the weekend? Ooh, a blessing of the wild within. We get this one often. Why? Because, see, I told you, look, they're dropping off because they realize I'm not doing personal readings. It always cracks me up because I sit there and watch that number. Sorry, Instagram. I'm talking about TikTok. They, there's live hoppers that come onto people's lives and they just start asking questions and they expect people to give them, free readings or personal readings. And they go to different lives to try to find what they want to hear. And I don't do that here. We talk about real stuff here. We do real reading here. All of that. Like, I'm not catering to the toxicity that is the tarot community as far as, free live readings, free yes or no readings, and blah, blah, blah. No, I take this seriously. So, yeah. So, look, we went from 120 to 76. That's how many people were expecting something for themselves. And I'm just like, man, if they would just stick around, they would learn something. But anyways, I'm a rebel like that, I guess. So we have a blessing of the wild within. So speaking of rebel, this is about you following the calling because you know it's calling you. This is about you not going with the flow of the collective people, but with the flow of the energy that you're feeling within. Okay? So when we have the wild within, this is being brave enough to follow that calling. Brave enough to not follow what everybody else is telling you. Oh, you have to do this. You have to live life in accordance to this. Okay? Now, what we want to know and understand is how energy works. So when we understand how energy works, we can evolve even more. So when you're working with the energy flow, then you really get tapped in. Is this making sense? If I'm speaking over your head, please let me know. I'll be happy to explain it more. I just have to tell you how I see it in my head. Okay? So when we have the wild within, they talk about the wild woman. It's because she doesn't go with everybody else. She doesn't follow trends. She follows herself. She follows her spirit. Okay? It's making sense? Good. So let's pick the deck. We have, let me give me my hands. Heaven and Earth deck, deck 1. The Wizard's Tarot, deck 2. Heaven and Earth, deck 1. Wizard's Tarot, deck 2. Pick, y'all tell me in the comments which one you want. Deck 1 or deck 2. TikTok, y'all don't waste any time. I love it. Ooh, deck 1 is getting it. Deck 1 or deck 2? You tell me. Ones are getting it. Which this is a great deck. It's a new deck, but you have to be careful with this deck because some of the sayings on the bottom on the label are not accurate. This is why it's important to know tarot. Okay, looks like we're going to do deck 1. So let me cleanse it. And I have a new Oracle deck, thanks to Anne. And she does our new moon and full moon sessions. And we do Oracle readings for everybody in those sessions. So if y'all are not coming to those sessions, you're missing out on readings. But anyway, she had this new deck and we fell in love with it. And so I, of course, had to order it because that's just what we do, right? So I have a new deck we're going to use today. You're a bit late to the party. That's okay. At least you're here. You're fashionably late. That's all right. Hang on just a second. Let me unhide your comment. I don't know why TikTok does this. What's the difference between Oracle and Tarot? Oracle is a roundabout, straightforward message. What you see is what you get. Tarot is like a language. It's very intricate, okay? Depending on what card is laying with other cards, it can change the message. So, yeah, that's the difference. Oracle is easier to read because it's just more straightforward. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at each day this weekend to find out what's coming up for us and how we can better use this energy. We just had the new moon in Capricorn, okay? This is all about our goals and what we want to achieve. So think about that. The Capricorn we talked about is the goat. The goat it can get to whatever heights it wants to get to. It is very determined. It is very resourceful. And it knows exactly what it's meant to do to get to where it wants to go. So we got to use this energy. Exactly. Yeah. Tarot's more specific, and I feel like Oracle's more interpretive. Yes, absolutely. All right. Let's find out what is in store for us today. Today we have the Four of Swords in reverse. This is a new deck, so I haven't used it a whole lot. The Four of Swords is in reverse, indicating we're done resting. Okay? It's time for clarity. It's time for movement forward. Okay? Whatever has caused this mental chaos or this mental instability, we know exactly what we're supposed to do. Okay? We always know. It's whether or not we're going to listen to that. It's whether or not we're going to believe it and act on it. Right? We always know the answer. I tell that to all my clients. You know the answer. You just sometimes need it laid out in front of you, and that's okay. Because we need to get it out of here and out here so we can see it from a different standpoint. Okay? So today, hang on, let me put this down. So you see these 3 swords above the person, right? They're resting. Okay? So something has been put to rest. Right? Because it could be something that you struggled with to let go of, or you had to move away from, and it's like, let me just stop for a second. Let me pause. I need something here to help me to get me back to myself, right? And here it's hard to see, but there's a sword laying underneath. Okay, so this to me looks like the Ace of Swords, which indicates clarity, which indicates like I know exactly what it is now that I need to do. So when this is in reverse, it's like, okay, I've gotten that message, because we need to, it's all about, gaining information. So it's like meditating, if you will. Okay, so you go and sit and meditate, you block out the world, you bring the mind to rest, and then you receive messages and you're like, oh, okay. So now that we have this clarity, we're getting this clarity today, it's all about moving forward, okay? Moving forward in this clarity, because this new idea that you're going to receive today is going to bring you success if you act on it, right? Remember, we have that blessing of the wild within. So this is going to be something that is telling you, oh, you need to go in this direction because this is going to be what's great for you, but it might be something completely different, to where you're like, I don't know, that's kind of scary, right? But I'm very intrigued, but I'm scared. Go, okay? Now, if it's, I'm scared because this looks dangerous, don't do it. I mean, let's be real, okay? Let's be mature about this. If it's something that you know is going to benefit you, or you can learn from in some way, whatever this is going to be, go for it, okay? So this would be like me. I've told y'all about being a professional singer. This is why I look like this today. I have a gig in a little bit. I would not have been able to do this had I not gotten over my stage fright. That was something that was scary, but I knew it was going to benefit me if I got over it, because I wanted to be a professional singer. So that's what I'm talking about, okay? Something that's scary, that you have anxiety about, but you know is going to benefit you, okay? Not something where you're putting yourself in danger. Just want to make sure I have that clear, so somebody doesn't come back and be like, well, this happened and I got hurt. It's part of being a coach. You have to spell things out, and I don't mean to be rude. It's just, you have to be careful. All right, let's look at tomorrow. Ooh, tomorrow we have the 8 of Wands. Sorry, I'm looking at this new card. I like that. So the 8 of Wands is all about movement forward, okay? This is having a target, having a goal, and moving quickly towards that goal. Because remember, I told you, there is clarity here. And whatever new thought or idea comes in, or communication from somebody comes in, it will bring you success if it feels right to you and you feel like you're led in that direction. Well, on Saturday, this is about movement forward. If you're taking a trip on Saturday, like through the air, like on a plane, Cool, you're going to get safely to your destination. No problem. No delays, no nothing like that. This is also telling you that the universe is helping you, because when you have a target, the universe is finally like, ah, now we know how to help. Okay? But if you have no goals, if you have no target, then the universe is just like, we don't know what to do. We don't know how to help you because you're all over the place. This is why we're going to do the vision boards on the 18th. And we're going to start setting those goals, okay? You can start today. You don't have to wait for the vision board. But if you want to join us to create the vision boards and activate them, feel free to join the tribe, because it's tribe members only. So we're going to create the vision boards together. I've already given everybody their instructions. But you personally need to have goals. So you need to have something that you're looking forward to, that you're working towards, because otherwise this is going to be reversed. And the energy is going to be scattered, and you're not going to get anywhere. It's like going nowhere fast. Okay? Like ziplining. Yes. Oh, I've done that. And I was scared to death. But it was like nothing. It felt totally different than I expected. It's on the 17th. Thank you, Heather. I get my dates confused if I don't have my calendar in front of me. Okay. It is the 17th. I'm so sorry, y'all. Thank you so much for clarifying. Hey, bestie. Happy Friday. Okay, so let's look at Sunday. Sunday, we have the King of Pentacles in reverse. Okay? Now, when the King of Pentacles is in reverse, it can really indicate, so think about it this way. We're building this story here, right? We have this new thought or idea. We have this clarity about moving forward. Saturday, we're feeling good. We're deciding to move forward. And then all of a sudden, all of a sudden the fear and doubt and worry pops in. Okay? I don't have what it takes. I don't have the money. Too focused on money instead of what you're trying to move towards. It's just all of this negative, low vibrational thinking and feeling that's going to keep you stuck. Okay? Because the King of Pentacles in reverse, he's lost money. He's too focused on money. He's just really focused on the wrong thing. He's like, what can I get out of this? Instead of, you know what? How can I move forward for my highest good? How can I help other people because I care about other people, because he is ruled by Venus, okay? But when he's in reverse, he's like, what can I get out of this? So it would be really a good idea for you on Sunday if you have these fears pop up, and it could be another person that you're dealing with too, okay? Let's talk about that right quick. It could be that you have this idea, you're wanting to move forward on it, and somebody around you is like, a yeah, butter. We all have those, right? A yeah, butter. Oops, hang on. It's hiding these stupid comments. It makes me so mad. Yeah, be ready for fear to test you. Yeah. Give me 1 second, you guys. My freaking nose is running again. Hold on. I don't want you to have to listen to me sniff. Okay. Much better. Okay, so anyways, a yeah, butter. Let's go over that. We always have those people that are the fear mongers in our life. They are the ones that are like, yeah, but what if this happens? What if this happens? What if this happens? I know somebody who tried this and it didn't work out. No, you cannot listen to that. That's why we have the blessing of the wild within. This is about you not listening to the yeah, butter. Okay? You like that, Denise? That's a rule that I have in my coaching and everything. It's like, if you come at me, yeah, but we're done. I will not put up with yeah butters. I'm like, you are fired as a client. Can't help you. And that sounds mean, but you're wasting my time and your time by canceling out the thing that you came to me for, right? Luckily, I haven't had to do that. I just had to remind people, but if they keep on, I'm like, No, we're done. Because I refuse to deal with yeah butters. And I have to deal with that too with my my family, especially my oldest son. Hopefully he's not watching. I coach him and help him, and it's harder to do that when you're dealing with family, because it's family. And so he'll say, yeah, but, and I'll say, you know what, you're right. And he'll get upset with me. And I'm like, I'm not here to argue with you. I'm here to show you another side. I'm here to push you out of your comfort zone. And if you are fighting to stay in one spot or have one belief, you can have it. I'll let you have it. And he's like, damn it. So, if you're dealing with a yeah butter or somebody that is really wanting to get something of material value out of you, or if you're only focused on money and what you can get out of a situation, then you can expect it to fail. Okay? You can expect it to fail because you're focusing on the wrong thing. Very limited thinking. We shouldn't worry about things that haven't happened. Yes. Just deal with it when it does. Yes. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that, Tina. So let's look at the bottom of the deck. We have the Queen of Cups in reverse here. There is a lot of self-doubt here. When the Queen of Cups is in reverse, she's very codependent and she relies on other people to fulfill things. She relies on other people's advice, other people's thoughts, other people to do it for her. No. Okay? You are perfectly capable of achieving whatever your soul is pulling you towards. You wouldn't have that desire if you weren't capable of achieving it. The universe is not cruel. The universe is fair, which I used to always say life is not fair, which our life is not fair. It's like when we're dealing on the human aspect, but as far as energy, it's fair. It gives you exactly what it is that you want, okay? But when we're expecting other people to fulfill us and to do things for us, it will fail every time. Because, and I'm not talking about like if you have a business and you hire other people to work for you and whatnot. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you expect somebody else to fulfill something within you. Okay? That will never work because if something happens, they take that with them. And then you're left empty again. Okay? So this is about having this calling right here and going for it. Knowing that this is what you're meant to do and no longer listening to the yeah butters. Okay? Not worrying about money, not worrying about what you can get out of it. You just go for it and you're going to see where it takes you. It's an adventure. Okay? You're opening a business? Good for you, Gina. Worrying can literally make you sick. Absolutely. Absolutely. So let's use this new deck that I got that, like I said, Anne used last night the night before, in the new moon circle. They're so freaking cute. I love them. You know what's funny is when I first get a deck, I have to connect with it, right? I bless it, white light it, all of that. This little fella was at the bottom, okay? It's the Soothsayer. Travel the road seldom taken. Okay, so he was at the bottom when I opened the deck. And I shuffled, and I was shuffling this way because I wanted to see all the different images. So I was shuffling it upside down just because I wanted to see. And he kept popping up. Every time I would end, he kept popping up. So I shuffled again, and finally he didn't show up at the end. And then I cut the deck, and I went like, I swear to God, there he is again. I mean, that is not a magic trick, y'all. So, I know, right? He's my little buddy now. He's so cute. Oh. Yeah, I don't know what that means. What is the most significant signs of black magic someone has made for you? I don't focus on black magic, so I'm not sure what you're asking. The message says, travel the road seldom taken. And this is what we're talking about with the wild within, right? Travel the road seldom taken. Because remember, like I said, there is there is this calling, but there's this fear to take that new journey, to take that path of the unknown. But I'm telling you, this is the only place where you're going to meet opportunity, because you already know exactly what the path holds of the one that you always take. Does that make sense? If you keep doing the same things over and over and over again, you already know what's going to happen, okay? But if you do things differently, if you choose a different path, you don't know what's going to happen, so you have left yourself open to opportunity. Make sense? Yeah, it is like the fox. Thank you so much for your help, Jamie. Okay, so we're going to leave this little fella out on the table because he wants to be seen. I'm telling you guys, that's exactly what happened to me last night. I cut the deck and there he was again. So he wants to be known, okay? So take the road seldom taken. So, okay, so let's try it again and see what else we get. I told you, these cards are so freaking cute, and apparently they connect pretty quickly. Whoops. We have the Autumn Fae. Go slowly and listen closely for the words of the tree spirits. So, here we go again. Look at that fairy. They're connecting. They're listening. Look, she has her eyes closed, and she's listening. I'll show you Instagram. Okay? So this is all about knowing what that calling is, listening to your soul, listening to the universe, knowing which direction to turn, okay? That's the way that you're going to start tapping in. That's how you live intentionally, is when you listen to the universe, when you listen to that calling and that nudge of like, hey, we should do this. It might be a little bit scary, but we should do this. Let's try this, okay? If you want to know about your love life, you can book a reading with myself or Jamie. It's through the link in my bio, okay? This is a collective reading. But I appreciate you asking first. Okay, let's do the Kipper deck. That's so funny. I'm still laughing about that. The cards, when they want to come out, they're going to come out, okay? That's why we don't have to force the cards to come out. That's why we want to do it nice and slow. So whenever a card wants to make an appearance, it's going to make an appearance, okay? We don't want to force the shuffling, because then we are trying to determine the cards that come out instead of letting them come out. All right, what do we need to know for this weekend? So there might be an opportunity that arises today where you're getting, the chance to do something different. And it's going to be up to you on if you're going to take it or not, okay? And on Saturday, like I said, the energy is great for moving forward. If you're taking a trip on a plane, you're going to have a great time. It's going to be smooth sailing. It's just really fast movement forward, but then you don't want to start doubting things or listening to the naysayers. Okay. This one is the Forest Fae. You can get it on Amazon. It's only like $12. Travel the path less known. Oh, I like that. The moon is in Aquarius right now. Love it. Whoops, hang on, let me unhide this. Yeah, Spirit is leading us on another path. Absolutely. All right, so let's see. What else do we need to know for this weekend? Now, listen, it's going to take me a while. I don't even know if I'm going to have the opportunity to send out the email today, because right after this, I've got to get my stuff together and head out. I will post the video on YouTube, the replay of this reading on YouTube, so make sure you're following me on YouTube so you can refer back to it, okay? If you missed the beginning, you can go back and watch it. I don't know if I'm going to have time to send out the email, so I'm just letting y'all know. I almost forgot. Okay, let's see. We have child. Look at that. So when we see child, we always want to think about our children, but what about your inner child? Okay? What maybe somebody asked me for more content on, where's that? For teaching children how to manifest because they are struggling themselves. And I'm like, what if you changed your perception from, I don't know how to teach them to, you know what? I'm going to show them a different road. I'm going to show them how to manifest. I'm going to show them how to take charge of their own life. Okay? I am supposed to teach this young being how to be this magical energy instead of being sucked into the programmed way of life. Okay? When you view it from that standpoint, you become more powerful. Okay? When you see it as, I've got to be the example because I don't want my children to suffer like I did, you become so much more powerful. This is what I teach my children. I teach them manifestation. I teach them about spirituality, all that stuff. You know what's funny? It's my oldest, Dylan. He meets girls and he takes them on dates and whatnot, and they wind up being girls that are into tarot and everything. And he asks them if they've ever heard of me, and most of the time they have. And I'm like, see, can't get away from me. So, you know, I teach my children this stuff, and so they're attracting things, and I teach them not to, you know, get boxed in, to know that there's so much opportunity in life, and that everything that they say and feel and do is manifesting their reality. Okay? So when you take it as you're doing like you're protecting your child by showing them a different way, you become so much more powerful. Think of like if your child's in danger, right? You get superhuman strength. Well, you can do the same thing with manifestation when it comes to teaching your child. But if you don't have children, you teach your inner child. Okay? You show your inner child, look, I've got you. I'm protecting you. I'm going to show you that we can do this. I'm going to show you that everything that you went through is not going to hold you back. Okay? So there we go. Yes, protect yourself like you do your children. Yes. Your inner child wants you to paint. Please do it. Please do it. I assign that as homework to some of my clients. Okay. Let's do this deck because I do love this deck. This is another new one that really does a great job. What do we need to know for this weekend? Ooh, we have encouragement is in reverse. Remember how I said the yeah butters? Let's read what this says, okay? Let's see how much it's connecting. Was it like the last one? There we go. Okay, so encouragement in reverse. A misstep isn't the end of the world. You've fallen into a trap of false courage, and only humility will lead you out of it. Perhaps you weren't listening to your intuition, and now you're in a jam. Being too self-reliant without knowing the ropes has brought you to this place. Don't become too discouraged. All is well, and you can always start again. Take another road, and surely discover new territories where love really blooms. Just remember to rely on your higher power. You can't always get what you want, but Spirit knows your needs. Something better awaits around the corner. There we go. Okay? So that's what I was saying. Whatever has happened in the past, like you've had to separate from something, it was tough, it was difficult, there is clarity. There's going to be even more clarity coming about today, and there's going to be forward movement happening tomorrow. But on Sunday, that could be when the yeah better comes in or the doubt comes in. And you don't want to listen to that. Okay, remember, you are teaching your children and your inner child how to be that manifester. Okay, how to be stronger than the fear that we are always programmed with. Okay, yeah, there's that other road. Yep. And it could be, you're traveling somewhere. It doesn't have to be a long distance, but it could be you're going somewhere and you might need to take a different route. You might have like your GPS or something say, we need to reroute you. Okay, cool, because it's taking you around an accident. I always, like anytime I'm running late, which is often, spiritual people are often late because we are so optimistic that we have enough time to do all the things and then we run out of time. So we're often late, and it's not intentional. It's not to be rude. It's just how it is. I could leave 30 minutes early to go somewhere that takes me 10 minutes and I will still wind up being late because something will happen. So we come by it honestly. But anyways, anytime something happens in traffic, if I'm running late, whatever, I'm like, you know what? The universe is saving me from something. Because if I was to rush or get frustrated and try to like take over, then I probably will get in a wreck that the universe was trying to save me from. Does that make sense? I don't get mad in traffic anymore, which I hardly drive in traffic because I work from home, thank God. But these gigs that I've had the past 3 days are downtown Dallas. Oh, man. Driving in in rush hour traffic, I am so unbelievably grateful that I own my own business and I work from home. I used to drive in that traffic for years and I can't stand it, So I turn on an audiobook and I just chill now. I had someone try to run into me yesterday and I was like, no, we're not doing this. Oh, interesting. People who are often late live longer. I like that. Yeah, see, we come by it naturally. I don't know, like my family just knows. I know I'm not like chronically late as far as like 30 minutes or an hour late. That's rude. I'm like, 5 to 15 minutes late at times. So yeah, not super late, but yeah, late. All right, what else do we need to know this weekend? Look at that. Number 22, yin and yang. So this is about being balanced in your energy, being in that flow, because the universe wants there to be balance. There has to be balance, right? Okay, we're like this. And when we need more of this energy, we use it, but we come back to balance. When we need more of this energy, we use it and we come back to balance, okay? Now, let's say we're talking about money, because a lot of people are worried about money, which rightfully so, right? When we are in the flow of the universe, we gratefully pay for things and we know that we're going to be rewarded in return. It's going to come back to us tenfold. Remember, everything I spend comes back to me times 10. You can use that. Every time you pay for something, you're like, you know what? I'm happy to pay for this because everything I spend comes back to me times 10. Okay? And it's master number 22. Number 22 is the master builder. Okay? This is doing things through wisdom, building your path, building your solid foundation, building your future. So when you are in the flow of energy and you are balanced, which is why we do the collective Reiki and sound bath sessions and whatever else we need to do, right? When you're in that flow and you're in that balance, you start to see that things just easily come to you, naturally come to you. You don't have to try so hard. Let's see. Let's do herbal astrology. You're in Fort Worth. You said never be late until kids. Oh, totally. Totally. Kids will make you late for sure. Before your spiritual journey, you're always early and then something shifted. That's what I'm saying. The more optimistic you are, the later you're going to be. Or the more often you're going to be late. Just because you feel optimistic, you're like, oh, I can do this. I got time. I can do this and this and this. And then you're like, damn, that time went by fast. That's why I was a few minutes late this morning to this live, because I was like, oh, I got time, you know, I can get ready for my gig, be ready, do the live, get all that stuff done, and then head out. All right. We have, there we go, Yarrow or Yarrow, harmony. You know, Denise, people keep asking me that for y'all on TikTok. She said, any plan to do in-person retreats and trainings? People keep asking me that. I am not the planning type, so I do want to do retreats. But I need to finish the modules that I'm building. And then I need to connect with someone who knows how to plan these types of retreats. But yes, I would love to do those. Absolutely. So that's the things. Maybe that's what you were meant to say, Denise. You know, maybe that's my message I need to hear yet again. So anyways, we have harmony. It's number 15. Okay. So when we initiate change, we bring about harmony. Okay, that's how it works. When we initiate change, when we allow change to happen, it creates harmony because we're going with the flow. All right, the more we resist change, the harder it's going to be. Okay, we are going to do it, Denise. We are. In the perfect timing, that is going to happen. So y'all start saving up. Let's do the money deck right quick. What is our money message for the weekend? What else do we need to know? Ooh, we have comfort. Look at that. We haven't pulled this one in a long time. I'm going to read it to you. There's 3 ways to resonate. This is your money message for the weekend. Though you're not exactly rich, you will be living comfortably. I just made up a new word. Number 2, you're entering the most comfortable period of your life. Remember, we're collect number 8. Okay, 8 has to do with finances. Okay, in Vedic numerology, it has to do with karma. So when you're in that energy flow, like I said, anytime you pay for something, you know what? I'm happy to pay for this because everything I spend comes back to me times 10. And you have to be that, cocky about it. You have to be that self-assured person that's like, everything I spend comes back to me times 10. So it is what it is. It's the people that get upset that they have to pay for things that are going to stay broke. Okay, because they are believing so much in lack and they're angry about it, they're going to stay there. And it sucks because nobody can get them out of that except for themselves. And I don't know what else to say about that. It's just, I wish, because I used to be that person that made the excuses. Oh, I'm a single mom. Oh, this and this and that. When I stopped seeing being a single mom as something that was holding me down, instead of seeing it as a superpower, that's when I started changing everything. Okay, I stopped using excuses as to why I couldn't afford things, and I started manifesting stuff. I've spent so much money on courses, mentors, all like my business, everything. And I'm happy to do that because I know that's an investment in my future. I know that's an investment in my destiny. So you have to view it that way as well. Whatever you are spending money on, you are investing in your future. Okay? All right. Let's see. Number 3, your finances are in a state of balance. Okay? So we have the King of Pentacles here in reverse on Sunday. He worries about money. He only focuses on money. He's very scared about losing his fortune. But when you are confident, thank you for the word confident, in the knowing that the money's going to come back to you always, you don't worry. Rich people don't worry. People that become rich don't worry. They know that they are investing in something and it's going to bring a return because that's how the universe works. Okay? Do I have horses? No. Oh, we said superpower at the same time? Nice. I like it. It is a superpower. Let's see. Let's make sure I'm not missing any comments. Got that. I'm always trying to redirect his thought. Yeah, it's tough when they have like ingrained that in their brain for so long for them to connect new neural pathways. Yeah. Is what list open? Let's do one more before we close this out, and then I've got to get going. Let's do this one. We haven't done this one in a while. Let's see. What do we need to know for the weekend? We have dog. I love this card. Isn't he cute? It says loyal. Or no, I'm sorry, it doesn't say loyal. That's what came to my mind, is loyal. So think about a dog, right? A dog is loyal to its owner, okay? A dog is sincere in what it feels, no matter if it's love or fear and aggression, okay? A dog is like, it is what it is. But we think about the universe in aspects of loyalty. The universe wants to bring you whatever it is that you need. That's why I'm saying life is not fair, but the universe is fair. The universe brings you what you are focused on every time. It's like retrieving it for you. Whatever you need, they're going to go get it and bring it to you. Okay? So be careful of what you're saying, what you're thinking, what you're doing, because the universe is going to go get it and bring it to you. That's just how it works. So when you live in gratitude and you think about positive things, and I know it's easier said than done, believe me, you guys, believe me, I know it's easier said than done to be positive in such a negative world. But you have to be that wild within. You have to be that rebel that is like, I'm not going to let this dictate my thoughts, my emotions, my actions, okay? Because I know better. I know that the universe is going to bring me exactly what I focus on, so I'm unwilling to focus on lack. I'm unwilling to focus on hate and anger and fear, okay? That's the kind of rebel you have to be. And remember, rebels are not stupid. The real ones, okay? The real rebels are very educated, which is why they rebel against the conformity, okay? They're smarter than that. They know better. Think about those of you on TikTok. I'm sure you've seen all the videos about Cat Williams, right? He's bringing everything to light. Well, guess what? He's extremely intelligent, and he refused, as far as what he's saying, he refused to follow along with the elite to help him to be famous. Okay, like apparently there was some pretty shady shit that goes down, which we know, right? It's so corrupt in Hollywood and everything. But he was like, I don't need to do that. I'm not going to do that. I can be famous on my own, and he is. So And he's very smart. He allegedly took an IQ test and scored very high. So the rebels are the people that know better. Okay? Once you know better, you have to do better because the energy is stronger because you know better. So if you know better and you go against it, boy, it's going to smack you right in the face because you knew better. It's stronger energy. So the more you know, the stronger you are. Make sense? This is why I try to educate as much as possible, because you want to know what you're working with. You want to know what you're, most of the time, unintentionally doing. But when you live with intention, then you're much better off. Speaking of intention, like I almost knocked myself out 2 days ago. Seriously, almost knocked myself out. I was at a gig, the same one that I'm going back to today, and the space that they have us set up in, it's a showroom. Okay, it has all these beautiful chandeliers and everything. For whatever reason, they put these 3-tier chandeliers. There's like 3 of them, like this, right? The third one is like blocks of glass like this, and then metal, like brass, whatever. Huge. And it's like eye level with me, okay? No, I didn't run into it like this. But I bent down to get something out of my bag because we had taken a break, we had eaten lunch, and we were about to go back on. And I was thinking to myself, do not stand up because you're going to knock yourself into it. And I was fixing my hair, reapplying my lipstick, and got distracted, was not moving intentionally, stood right the fuck up, bam, knocked the shit out of my head. Okay? Luckily, I don't know, the universe was very kind to me. I did not knock myself out. I don't have a big bruise. I mean, I'm a little sore, but it was loud as hell. It was embarrassing. But I was just like, you know, I got distracted, was not moving intentionally, was not paying attention, was not aware, and I hurt myself. But do I shame myself for it? No. I was like, okay, it's over, done, in the past. But it's just an example of it's really easy to get distracted, right? And when we stop moving in intention or moving with intention, then we start getting ourselves into pickles. Okay? Yeah. What kind of gigs am I doing? I'm a professional singer. I'm in a cover band. And so we are going to perform for a big trade show in Dallas. And then tomorrow we have a private birthday party. You can help me plan my retreat in Las Vegas? Uh-oh. That might get us in trouble. I'm kidding. Oh, you were just crying over your dog that passed a few years ago. Well, there you go. They're still around you. They'll come visit you in dreams and everything. You're saving so you can take my tarot course? Awesome. Ooh, Sedona would be amazing. The energy there would be awesome. So yeah, we'll have to brainstorm on all of that and start making plans, maybe for later this year or next year. Like I said, I've got to finish the modules that I'm building so I can think clearly, get that done. I've got stuff coming up. Let's see. In a couple of weeks, you guys, I'm having surgery. I'm having muscle repair done, so I won't be on here for at least a week or two because I cannot read tarot when I'm healing. Then the first week of February, I have to go testify in a trial. I am a key witness for an unaliving that I witnessed a couple years ago. So I don't know what's going to happen there. I'll keep y'all posted on if I'm going to be on or not. But yeah, be careful when you ask the universe how you can help humanity. Because they will put you in situations where you're the only one that helps. And you're like, holy fuck, what do I do? So anyways, I hope you all have... Yeah, it's not that it came back up. It's that they kept changing the trial date. They kept moving it. And so supposedly it's going to be the first week of February now. We'll see if it actually happens. I don't know. They might move it again. It's stupid. But yeah. So anyways, I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. If you missed the beginning of the reading, I'm going to put it up on YouTube. Like I said, I'm probably not going to have time to send out the email. Sorry about that, but you can go to my YouTube and find the replay. If you need anything, the links are in my bios. I'm always here, okay? Mwah. Hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you on Monday, 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time.